the first of 5. And we have a Draven ban, looks like.
Yeah, against Lacti, I guess.
Lacti has a pocket Draven pick right here.
Apparently.
Could also be that SKT T1S wants to first pick Sivir.
Oh, it's also true, yeah.
Draven is a very powerful counter into Sivir.
Yeah, it's really popular to use that on the high levels in the Korean solo queue right now. The Elise ban, kind of general, but also targeted, you could say, too. Horo, very good Elise player, but just a good champion to get out of there. Anyway, nobody likes spiders.
They are.
I don't think they're that bad, but a lot of people.
There's an Elise coming down as well, so they don't want to deal with Sun's Elise play.
Yep, can't blame them. I don't think anyone wants to deal with anyone's Elise play, really.
Well, you know, since Diamond kind of innovated this new Blade of the Ruined King Elise build, she's kind of had a little bit of a resurgence just because of how quickly she can 1v1 somebody in the mid and late game. Pretty annoying. Yasuo going down, so easy to. And Marin probably, who played top lane Yasuo in SKTS's match against IM1, not going to have that option on the board either.
Well, that's one of those champions, too, that can go in multiple lanes, so it's a good kind of blanket ban, too, because you don't know where it would go if it's picked anyway. So, the final ban coming out for SK Telecom S, what's it going to be? Thresh against Anna. And Anna actually is known as a Nami main here in Korea, but a lot of people good on Thresh as well. Kind of a standard. Thresh is kind of like the Korean Lee Sin, basically. He's like the Lee Sin of the support role, I guess.
It's true, it's true. So the question is Midas FIO going to ban Kassadin right now? Because Nexus is a Kassadin player, likes to play assassins, Kassadin and Kha'Zix.
There it is.
And there's the Kassadin ban. Yeah, they really don't want to hand that one over. Lee Sin will be grabbed up immediately for Horo.
Oh, will we see a Rengar from Expect? What do you expect we will see?
No, I don't. Rengar was nerfed. His heal was nerfed pretty badly, so they're just a better top lane options right now, unless they've got a specific composition in mind.
Well, the thing is, you just never know with these players if they have some sort of champion that they're really good on. That's a holdover from solo queue. Something they want to try to bring into champions. I saw Garen for a moment there. I don't think we're going to ever see him. Xerath, no rework yet, so probably not going to see it. But Leona and Gragas, 2 good pickups.
Yeah, very common, very meta, of course.
Yep.
To grab those early on. They've got a lot of initiation already on the board. Probably looking for some 5v5s. Midas FIO, confident in their team fighting ability. Easy Hoon maybe taking away this Ziggs.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Ziggs has been such a priority pick across multiple regions lately.
Yeah, only really coming to prominence here in Korea very recently, though. They were a little bit behind the times on the quality of that Ziggs pick. We're not going to see it quite yet. Renekton and Lucian taken.
Okay.
So, yeah, everything very meta appropriate right now. You know, SK Telecom probably just going to go ahead and stick to solid meta picks and have confidence that their kind of professional training can carry them over a more amateur team.
We will see that teleport window in the top lane, it looks like, from Expect. That's been pretty popular on a couple different teams.
Okay, so...
And will we see Kha'Zix and maybe a jungle Grozix or vice versa?
Yeah, that's the question, is where are these going right now? I assume it's going to be a jungle Kha'Zix, simply because Nexus likes to play Gragas a lot. But that Kha'Zix is a very powerful pick early.
Oh, Nexus also known as a Kha'Zix player as well, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see, but usually it's jungle Kha'Zix these days just because he puts such high kill pressure and counter jungle pressure onto the enemy. And Daydream, especially in the last CJ Blaze match, was excellent on that champion against the Jin Air Falcons.
Okay. Possibly Ziggs and Alistar picked up for SK Telecom T1S. And we're just waiting for the lock-in now, but 2 solid pickups, a good counter to Leona. You see the Zenith Blade come in, you get that headbutt, and if you're lucky, just knock her away before she gets a stun off.
Yeah, Alistar is a great lane counter to Leona.
Oh yeah.
So very easy to play into that, even though we don't have an AD carry coming in. What's very interesting is that we haven't seen any Sivir, despite the fact that she has not been banned. So Sivir and Leona, of course, you can get a lot of those sunlight procs off early.
Yeah.
With Ricochet and spamming Boomerang Blade. And there's not a tremendous amount of good wave clear from SK Telecom either, so this will be an interesting lane matchup.
And I would assume that's going to get locked in.
Probably. I mean, they've got really good synergy with Sivir just for an engage. They can break somebody up with the Gragas ult really easily and just have Kha'Zix burn him down.
Yeah, although we have learned never to assume on champions.
Sivir is such a strong pick right now. I mean, we're really looking at a new kind of trinity of AD carries, which is Sivir, Caitlyn, and Lucian right now.
Yeah.
These are kind of the best champions. They push very effectively, allow you to get kind of earlier turrets. And there we go. Will be a Kha'Zix in the jungle and Ziggs. So great wave clear in the mid lane and some good harass for Easy Hoon early on. So it looks like mid and top will be pushing for SK Telecom and probably bot will be pushing for Midas. So I expect we'll see Horo try and focus on that bottom lane a little bit.
And there is Easy Hoon ready to go to work with that mid Ziggs pick. And we will see if Midas FIO has what it takes to go up against a team like SK Telecom S. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited. It's good to be back.
It is.
And you and I are actually going to be casting Masters 2 this week as well, because Chobra is going to be in China.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Chobra is in China.
That's right.
Casting Crossfire, which you can also watch.
That's right, yeah.
Produced by OGN over there. So Crossfire, a Team FPS game.
Crossfire, not the board game. It's kind of like, well, it's exactly like Counter-Strike really. Yeah. So there's our rosters for each team. Marin versus Expect is going to be a matchup that a lot of people are going to be keeping an eye on. Marin, of course, known before bursting into the pro scene as kind of the faker of top lane on the Korean solo queue. Hasn't been quite able to live up to that reputation yet, but it's a new season, it's a new opportunity. The game is loading.
No, it's hard to live up to that expectation, and top in Korea is such a, I mean, there's so many great top laners here.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to distinguish yourself, especially in more of a tank-oriented meta when Marin really likes to carry.
Here we go, guys. Game number one, or the first game anyway. SK Telecom, T1S versus Midas FIO. Let's get in the game. Oh no, it begins. The laughter. We'll have a good time. We'll have a couple giggles or two here in Champions Spring. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. You'd think Gragas would leave like footprints whenever he walks, because he's so heavy and he's just walking on dirt, you know?
Very hard ground, though.
You should be able to track Gragas wherever he goes.
It's packed down from
Yeah,
thousands of games of League of Legends.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And Yasuo players are going to be packing that ground down even more. They have to keep moving.
Always on the run.
That's right.
Well, it's like we're going to see Coin start from Wolf here. So Bang and Wolf planning on playing a more passive defensive lane where they just get money early, clear the wave when they can, and headbutt the Leona out. So not a lot of kill pressure coming from SKTS. Not on their own, at least. And Black TNN should have the ability to pressure that turret hard early, and they will rely on Horo just a little bit down here, and it looks like Horo probably going to go blue to red and then look for an angle on bot lane at about 330.
That would make sense. Like you said, that lane should be pushed in a way that helps him out with that.
Nope, he's coming to red, so looks like a little bit of a leash here. Ping's going down. All right, everybody knows where everyone else is, and so that'll be a quick red start, and they know that, well, I should say Midas knows where the jungler of SKTS is starting. He's sitting right there at the red buff currently.
And meanwhile, a blue start for Sun. And here we go. So, underway. Now, Hero, you can use that smite. And what do you think about the Gragas Ziggs matchup? It's one of those ones where, you know, you can see a lot of poking coming in from both sides. You know, Ziggs passive gives him a nice auto poke after using one of his abilities, and Nexus already you can see taking some pretty serious damage.
Yeah, this is a hard matchup for Gragas early on. He just doesn't have the wave clear, and so he has to rely on kind of moving into melee range. So we can expect Nexus to be behind early on right here. He's going to get pretty well zoned by Easy, as you can see right now.
Do you think if they kill Gragas, that just ends the game? Like, well, we killed Nexus.
This is a very interesting warding pattern coming out here for Midas FIO. They've been very diligent in keeping tabs on Horo early. So they're going to know everything that he's he's doing so far as he takes his blue. And meanwhile, SKTS confident that they've got their lanes under control because Sun's been a little bit in the dark. Now they know he started at his red buff, or blue buff rather, because of the delay, the leash coming in from Anna and Black Team. Right. But beyond that, they don't know what the plan is. Lee Sin already in the tri-brush right here.
Oh, Sun walking into Horo here. Pops a ward over into the tri-brush. Horo gets spotted, but he may chase a little bit of counter jungling here. Going to put down his own ward as well. They want to make sure that they can let Maren push that up a little bit. We've got a little bit of a late invade. No, I guess not. Maybe a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a very close 2v2. Of course, Kazakh's going to be a little bit stronger than this Lee Sin early, but not by a whole lot. And the Renekton going to be stronger than the Mundo. And especially since Maren and Horo have Ignite, whereas Expect and Sun do not, probably gives them a little bit of an edge. So they're trying to capitalize on that, especially since they've got that lane pushed in. Doing a little bit of harassment here on Sun.
Yep.
And Nexus has been pushed out. So Horo's actually happy to trade
Sun
right
brings some
here.
damage. He's going to E right onto Horo. Horo in a little bit of trouble. EasyHoon coming up, zoning with those bombs, and it looks like no first blood quite yet. No summoners used either, but a tense moment.
Yeah, well, and that said, two people now pushed out. Lee Sin able to continue jungling right there. He's going to go back and do his wolves, so they already got two people to recall pretty early on in this game.
Yeah. EasyHoon way ahead on CS as well. He's going to be able to leisurely recall, and he should come back in the lane with an even bigger edge than he left with. Let's see what he buys.
He's not going back.
Oh, he's not going back. I saw the recall, and then I looked away.
He canceled it.
Yeah.
He's just trying to push the wave in. Then he'll probably recall, go back, pick himself up.
Makes sense.
Chalice. We'll see how much of pressure he wants to put on. Horo's still up here in the top lane, trying to do some damage to Maren. Checks the brush with his Q. He has an angle right now. Dangerous for Expect.
We'll see. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
Another ward coming in from Sun. Very nice warding from this Kazakhs.
Yeah, they're being very proactive about keeping track of Horo, which I think is really, really smart. I mean, it's definitely a bit of a show of respect, you know, to the jungling danger that SK Telecom has presents. But if you're a team like this trying to break in, and you know, maybe you are a little bit worried about playing a team like SK Telecom has, so one way to kind of calm the nerves is to just have good vision control, just know where people are. And
this is a very early Gragas gank right here to come in. Usually don't see this pre-6, but no, he's just going to back off right now. Looks like a little bit of a fake right there, actually, just trying to scare the duo lane, perhaps into retreating a little bit because they have pushed pretty far forward onto the turret right now. Maybe a little bit of mind games.
Didn't end up doing a whole lot. Oh, nice dodge. Barely got out of the way of that bomb. Well, it is just a water balloon. What do you think is in those balloons to make it hurt so much?
Acid.
Acid balloons? I guess so.
Of course, it doesn't dissolve plastic, man.
It's true. Hydrochloric acid balloons.
All right, Sun coming in from behind. EasyHoon is...
Yeah. EasyHoon, he's going to have to use his satchel charge. Oh, maybe not. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, very good read on that one. No. Yeah. Nothing right there. You can see he's hugging the side of the lane with his ward in it. So watching the other side just to make sure that nobody comes in. So EasyHoon well set up in the lane already.
Yep. Meanwhile, the bot lane still pushing a little bit in SK Telecom S's favor. They've got a little bit of sustain for the minions with the heal from Wolf, but aside from that,
well, yeah,
it's going to be a bit of a stalemate.
Lacti just out of mana as well, so he's not going to be able to spam those boomerang blades and ricochets in order to get in there and really push this lane like he should. And it's going to hurt. I mean, at this point, Alistar is just getting a lot more gold due to the coin, and he's going to have that faster talisman for initiation right now as well. And Nexus playing with fire a little bit right there. Yeah. EasyHoon is 6.
He is, and look at this, just continuously clearing that wave, making sure to keep the pressure onto the tower, and he's already nearly 20 CS ahead of his lane opponent. Pretty good. Oh, but here comes Sun coming up from River.
Horo right behind him, however. He doesn't have vision of Horo. He has no vision of Horo.
That's right. EasyHoon coming in. They're going to jump onto Sun. Sun has to use that flash. There's a great satchel charge. There's the ult, and oh, Sun nearly goes down, but manages to stay alive. Yeah, that was a close one.
No Ignite on EasyHoon. Most of these Koreans. These players do run barrier just to have a little bit more survivability from burst. as soon as Gragas hits 6.
That's going to allow Horo to grab that blue buff, though. That's pretty huge. Even though they didn't get the kills, they certainly got a lot out of that.
Exactly. You know, they didn't overcommit to that at all. We didn't see any summoners blown right there, so instead they just transitioned very effectively into taking a buffer. Any objective really after that is what you want to do as a pro team. You take those incremental advantages, you don't push it too far.
Yep.
And now they've got it away, and look at this. We may see Horo coming over the wall. There are no wards in the river right now. Ward jump coming over.
They're backing off now. I think they've got an idea that it's going on. The stun onto Horo. Anna, there's a headbutt pulverize, and looks like they've got Lacti in a bad position. Can they finish him off? Will it be first blood? There goes the barrier, and the dive gets Bang Low himself. They're going to have to back off because here comes Sun. Here comes the Sun. It's not all right, though. They need to run away. This is it. It's played a great pulverize to knock up onto Anna. And Lacti still chasing. There's the first blood. Goes to Sun. And Midas FIO coming out with a big statement early on in game 1.
Yeah, and that's what you don't want to do, right, is overcommit. They could have shoved them out of lane and done something like Dragon right there, but instead, well, this is not going to be the world's easiest Dragon to do just because EasyHoon does have the lane pushed up. No ult for EasyHoon, however. He may be able to poke. Horo now rushing through the jungle. Is he going to be able to get there in time? He doesn't have a ward to jump over the wall. He's not even going to go for it.
I think they're going to have to give this one away, and I think this is going to give a little bit of a gold lead. Midas FIO, there it is. Meanwhile, Marin grabs that red buff.
This is really smart, though. You know, they know the timer of the red buff because they know that Sun started with his blue, and so they take that advantage, go in, take the red buff on the pressed lane in the Renekton Mundo matchup.
Well, they're making the best of it, you know.
They're still actually ahead. In spite of that Dragon, the CS difference in top and mid is huge. And so they're able to kind of subvert that gold difference. And
right. That doesn't help quite as much for Midas, that is.
The mid tower nearly down as well, just due to the pressure that EasyHoon has been putting on. So that's going to go down relatively soon, and then we'll see that gold lead swing even further in favor of SK Telecom S.
Yep. That's the plan anyway. Items slightly favoring the Midas FIO bot lane at the moment. Looks like SK Telecom S is going to give EasyHoon that blue buff. That's going to be yet another annoying thing for Nexus to deal with.
Yeah, SKTS, they're going to need to put some more pressure on these turrets and start knocking down towers pretty soon because both teams have very good siege come the late game.
Yeah.
But the difference is that Mundo on Midas FIO is going to be able to split push very effectively with that teleport. So late game, it will favor Midas FIO. They just will outscale.
How crazy would it be to have Midas FIO come in and beat SK Telecom S in their first match? I
mean, it's impressive. They're already showing good rotations, good jungle control over Horo, and they're reacting appropriately. They saw the vulnerability that SKTS was presented when they went into that tower radius and took a couple free shots and just cleaned it up after that.
It's interesting. This doesn't look like a qualifiers game right now. This looks like a regular season game.
It does. It's quite good so far. Marin Horo standing in a ward.
Just hanging out.
Marin going for Tiamat first here.
Aggressive. Bot lane. SK Telecom in trouble yet again. Bang trying to escape. Manages to get the snipe onto Lacti, but will he pay for it? No Anna on the run now. Can't quite get away, though. Can he make it? There's a ward. There's a headbutt pulverize, and that's going to be a double kill for Bang.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake right there. As Sivir, you really just want to poke him down as much as possible and not kind of go for those all-ins, because Lucian, due to his passive, is just going to burst you a lot harder than Sivir can.
Oh, Nexus getting knocked back away by the Sapphire charge. Has the flash. Horo chases him in. Gets knocked back by the explosive cask, though. The tower goes down. They didn't need that kill on Gragas anyway.
No, they didn't. Just the tower is definitely going to suffice. Now, with the mid tower down first, they have a lot of options for warding up the enemy jungle and putting pressure probably on the bot lane tower right here. We can see that Midas has gotten some good pink wards in and around the Dragon Pit, but those are likely to be taken out pretty shortly. We'll see what Horo does.
Yeah. Sun going to grab the white. And Lacti and Anna back in bot lane. Now, Anna is in all caps, so does that mean it stands for something? Is that an acronym?
I don't know. Maybe he just likes to shout Anna.
If he was playing mid and Zed, it could be a nice ninja appears.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, Sun escaping. from Horo. Has to pop his ultimate, though. There's a Q. It actually lands, but they can't follow up. Lee Sin doesn't need to see Ziggs, though, or it doesn't need to see Kha'Zix. That's his whole shtick, man. He's blind. Doesn't matter if Sun pops his ultimate.
Okay, well, another blue steal coming in, so SK Telecom really looking at these buffs early on, and Nexus and Sun very sad right now.
Yeah.
See that objective taken. Ward's being cleared due to the lens, and they're looking at this other pink that was just placed down at the top of the rim.
Oh, Sun gets jumped on by Horo. There's a kickback right into Wolf as well. They're not going to let him get away from that one. Whoa, there's the auto attack. Follows the E, and that's going to be a kill for EasyHoon.
And look at this, Marin is just putting an enormous amount of pressure on this top lane turret. And
might be able to get it right now. There it is. Top lane turret goes down. It's 2-0 as far as the turret count goes in favor of SK Telecom S.
This play style, Doa, really reminds me of the way that their sister team plays. Just maximum pressure early on. We saw Horo kind of standing around that top lane, drawing Sun up there and protecting Renekton. They knew they had probably the stronger 2v2 in that situation, so either the choices were that Gundo was going to get dove or Sun had to sit up there.
Yeah. Oh, the Solar Flare goes down, but N is in big trouble. Solar Flare actually doesn't really hit anybody, and here comes the teleport. Expect coming down. Can he catch him with that cleaver? Wolf manages to block it, then the flash over the wall. The heal as well. Ziggs bomb comes in, and that's going to help push back Midas FIO. Really good escape from SK Telecom S. The teleport may be ill-advised as Marin may be able to claim the tier 2 turret.
Yeah, 45 seconds until Dragon 2. They really should have waited for that instead of trying to make a play right there. These are kind of amateur jitter mistakes that we're seeing.
Yeah, it's starting to, the armor's starting to crack a little bit.
You know, they didn't have to wait too much longer in order to turn that into an objective. If they had done it even 15, 20 seconds later, they still would have had that opportunity.
Well, I mean, a game of League of Legends at the pro level is like, you know, learning to juggle, basically. You know, at first you can juggle 3 balls for like 5 minutes, and then you can do it for 10 minutes, and eventually you just get better at doing it for a longer time. And these guys had a strong early game, but losing a little bit in the mid and late game.
Well, it also goes to show.
Uh-oh. Oh, EasyHoon getting chased. There's explosive.
Marin right there.
In trouble now. Oh, Nexus. Yeah, Marin is there. Not going to save EasyHoon, though, as he will go down. Sun has to escape. Horo chases with the Q. There's the execute. Kicks out Nexus, and that's going to be another kill. A double, in fact, for Horo. Ultimate pop by Expect on his way out.
So yeah, as I was saying earlier, just the 2v2 pressure top kept Kha'Zix up in that top lane for a long time. And this allowed the other lanes to push pretty much freely in this situation. So I really like how SKTS has really dictated the course of this game and where Sun could go on the map.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Expect gets chased. There's dominance pop by Marin. It's 2-on-1. Expect trying to make it away, but remember, he just used his ultimate. No flash available, and that is a dead Mundo. He's been fired.
Marin is just a monster right now with his early TM off.
Oh, look at the 2-man pulverize onto Sun. There's the Solar Flare to try to keep people alive. What a crazy 2v2 jungler and support versus jungler and support. But both teams will disengage as the carries and other members come in.
Well, that's right, but Sivir ult has been popped. They're deciding not to go in on it.
He gets jumped. It's just a safeguard back to that ward. Nexus a bit low. There's a stun from Marin. Marin kind of low. There's another pulverize. A crazy team fight. But so far, SK Telecom has the advantage. There's a kill calling over the wall. And Anna gets taken down by that. A kill from Horo as well. SK Telecom that's just putting on a show now.
Horo just flash queued in order to secure that kill. That was a very bold move and a great skill shot from Horo, and now they're just going to rotate right back to Dragon.
They're running away with this one.
So this is one of the differences that you see between professional teams and more amateur teams. Midas FIO had a good plan coming into this game. They had good warding, they had good eyes on Horo, but ultimately, if you can't adapt to the game, this is where what separates, you know, amateur teams from good professional teams. So take a look at this right here. Pulverize coming in. There's the ultimate from Ziggs.
Keep an eye on Horo at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, watch. This is really nice. So Culling goes ahead and take out Anna. Boom.
Oh, man.
Flash over the wall. Doesn't even have to jump in with the resonating strike. Sonic Wave takes out Sivir.
He shouted Sivir to death. Fusroda. That's what Lee Sin does, right? He like yells, and that's what the Sonic Wave is, right? Oh, Sun. Caught by Marin, but Expect is there. Marin's
he has his ult up now.
Out, yeah.
He may have been able to actually 2v1 that.
Maybe. Is it really worth the risk, though? I mean, at this point, who cares? But still, you want to finish with 0 deaths.
Interesting. So Marin has opted for Boots of Swiftness right here, just so he can chase down people. And it looks like he's going to be targeting Mundo. So he's just trying to 1v1. And since Mundo and Kha'Zix don't have any stuns, the slow reduction is actually going to be better and will have a higher base move.
Nexus gets caught on Dragon's Rage, just completely misses. But that's okay. Never mind. That was not Dragon's Rage. It's been a while, guys. We call it Doa's Rage.
Doa's Rage.
Doa's Rage. That's what I think I see in Ultimate, but I don't.
Okay.
Oh, Solar Flare right onto Oro. There's the culling, though. Pushes people back a little bit. Anna gets that 1 kill. And Wolf and Bang going to need to be very careful. This is 2v4 at Lacti, though, nearly getting bursted down. And he may be in big trouble here. That's back up. Oh, Easy comes from behind. And there's 2 kills for SK Telecom S to answer for the death of Horo's satchel charge over the wall. Sun takes a big auto. There's a flash of Marin chasing with Dominus Pop. Turrets will not hurt him. And a few more moves from Bang, and that should be a dead Leona in the river. Anna does have flash available. No point to really use it at this point.
Yeah, they don't want to chase it too far. Just push the lanes at this point. There's the
turrets are more important.
Turrets are more
I wish my solo group teams knew that.
Turrets greater than chasing.
That's right. So you heard it here first, folks. Probably not. I hope not. I just heard that for the first time. Well,
this has turned into an utter rout. SK Telecom is just showing superior mechanical ability right now in these skirmishes also. But as I was saying, you know, you can plan out the early game as a less skilled team, and it looks really good a lot of the time. And we saw just the great ward placements that came in right here. But it's about the ability to really freestyle, to play that jazz in the mid and late game that makes the top tier teams in League of Legends, and that's just what SK Telecom is doing. They're reacting much better. They're forming plans on the fly, as opposed to relying on a rote set of instructions early on.
Yeah.
Marin has the Bilgewater Cutlass right now. He's just trying to be as sticky as possible so he can 1v1 people.
In terms of freestyle, I would say Midas FIO is kind of like your high school friend's YouTube video where they rap. And SKT1S right now is like Jobra's beatboxing.
Oh my.
Which means really good. Bye, son. Good night, son.
Good night, son. Not good. Where's Good Night Moon?
Lacti? No Diana in this game, so no Good Night Moon. Lacti does live for the moment.
That was my favorite book as a kid.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, Baron. He's getting taken out.
By a top laner and a mid laner. You don't see this very often. Marin is taking quite a bit of damage from this, though.
There's a reason you don't see this very often, Monte Cristo. And
I'm not sure they're going to be able to do this.
I don't think so, man. I don't think Ziggs can take Baron for very long. This is some crazy.
Alistair to the rescue.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Can he get there in
battle
time?
cattle. Here, there we go. Horo comes in. Kind of looks like a Baron steal, but he's actually just doing it so
Oh my God, it's
speaking of steals, oh, that was close, man. Explosive cast.
That was so dangerous because if Nexus had been there just a little bit sooner, there was a possibility of him stealing Baron and double killing.
Seriously.
That was a bit reckless by SKTS.
Yeah, well.
But I guess now they know
now,
the answer to the question. Can a Ziggs and Tiamat Bilgewater Cutlass Redacted 2-man Baron in 21 minutes? And the answer is no.
I would say almost. It was close. It was an admirable effort.
So dangerous.
I was impressed. That's the type of thing where you know, like, the players are like, hey, let's do this, haha. And Coma's just like watching and feeling, no! What are you doing?
That's what I would have been doing.
Yeah. Oh, easy. What are you doing? There's Solar Flare. Still gets the slow out. Barrier's not going to help him. And Ultimate comes out, though, and they trade. Sun is not having a good day.
Even trade in a 4v1. That's a bad sign.
Oh, Anna gets a little bit stunned there. Oro coming in. Jungler and top laner 2v4, because why not? Bang comes up through the mid lane. They're going to put some more pressure on this inhibitor turret.
And they've got the Baron. They should have the sustain to make this through. Oh, they're going to back off, though.
Yeah.
Not interested. Combing for pink wards. Oh, there we go.
Ah. Hey, how do you see that?
Yeah, at least in.
Yeah, come on. I feel like there's a big like hole in the lore here.
Well,
What, he just like hit his shin on it as he walked past? Like, oh, it's a
trips over it. Well, this is how they should be playing it. Right now, if you're SK Telecom, you really just want a 4-1 split because Renekton can solo absolutely anybody at the moment. 5-man pushing. No, you don't really have to do it.
Yep.
Going to take Dragon, however. Interesting choice. They could probably just push this bottom turret. They've got all the lanes pressured already.
Showing Midas where the gold is. Not for them. So, SK Telecom T1 has just kind of playing it safe, you know? Not taking any more risks anyway. Not really not taking risks, but
well, they're 14K gold ahead at 23 minutes into this game.
pretty far.
There we go.
And just trying to push the Midas FIO team off of that turret as they come in to claim this one. Easy Hood, a big chunk of damage out of that. There we go. They're just going to tank it. Horo zoning 1v4 because why not? And there goes the turret. Solar Flare lands, but no follow-up. They couldn't engage. Horo was back there. He would have kicked somebody important to the team.
Window does have teleport right now, but Marin just doing a number up here on this top lane turret.
Yeah.
As he continues to push it down, and we're just waiting for the closure of this one.
I would say so.
Ziggs is doing a lot of damage. It is hard for them to get through these turrets thanks to the wave clear from Gragas and Sivir, but expected to be forced to use his ultimate up there. Marin has to flash out, actually.
Oh, explosive cast. Marin may be in a little bit of trouble here. Goodbye.
He's fine.
Wow.
They're gonna get it for it.
I guess so. It's okay. We don't need that one anyway. Inhibitor, there we go. All right.
So definitely more valuable. They're trying to chase with 5 right now.
They're giving it a shot. The ultimates have been popped, but Ziggs just turns around and annihilates Anna. Meanwhile, Ziggs has to try to escape. Wolf comes into the back lines, and Horo going through for a couple kills. Nexus, it's support versus mid, and support is winning. I like this fight, man. Oh, he failed his body charge.
Yeah.
Body slam, body charge. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. I've lost my mind too in this game.
Yeah, body slam, and this should be the end of this one as Bang will just use that Trinity Force to take down these turrets. One's down right now, and bring out the waves.
Yeah, that's going to be about it. Anna comes back in.
They're not actually going to finish. They're playing it safely.
I guess so. I feel like, well, I guess everybody is coming up pretty soon. It's deceptive because you expect the death timers to be longer when you see teams that far into the base, but we're only at 25 minutes. Watch that fight again.
I mean, Black Team flashed forward in order to take out the Easy Hoon right there, but Bang was waiting and just demolishes him. Horo here, flashing forward for the kill on Cosmos. Trees hurt when they hit your face.
I'm glad that Wolf got that kill, though. He deserved it. He did all the work.
Bang just firing the culling over the wall.
Yeah, Wolf is proper bloodthirsty this game. 2-1-10. That's what I like to see. It's been too long, Monte Cristo.
That's right.
Too long.
Wolf's jaws are bloody.
That's right. Easy insanity Wolf now.
Okay, pushing up the mid lane. Still with a 4-1 split push, so this is the proper way to put pressure.
Whoa! What the heck was that?
Horo, I don't even think he managed to look like cancel that.
Horo saw how far deep he was going to go, and he put down a ward safeguarded out of his queue, actually. That's just what happened.
Yep, pretty funny stuff.
Yeah. Solar Flare comes down a little bit of a slow. Anna comes in, gets on to Easy Hoon. There's the exhaust as well. They really want to kill Ziggs. Ziggs with the ultimate. Gets Anna low. Horo comes in for the execute, and Bang just absolutely annihilating people. Easy Hoon, can he get the kill? He can! A double kill for Ziggs, and they're going to clean it up. Black T, the only one left, full life, but not for long. Goodbye, Sivir. It's been fun. She's going to lead him into the turret, but nobody's going to worry about any damage from that. And that is going to be a dominating performance in the mid-game from SK Telecom.
Alistair bought Homewrecker.
Nice.
Which is an item I have never seen in a professional game. I was wondering what was happening to that turret.
I buy that all the time, though. For the record, I do love Homewrecker. It's got a blasting one. Why wouldn't you buy it? So, a victory for SK Telecom S, putting themselves one win away from making it into Champions Spring. pretty solid performance. A good early game from Midas FIO, and they still have a chance to get in. They're not completely out just yet.
Yeah, they did show some good play, some especially good wards early on, but as soon as the real mid-game rotations started happening, they really just fell apart in the